The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Riewald, and I'm very delighted to be your host for tonight's Discover Synergy webinar. I'll just give it a few more seconds for some people to jump on the call. I can see there are more and more people coming on, which is great. So a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined already, and thank you for taking the time on a Sunday evening to listen to this presentation. So welcome to everyone jumping on at the moment. So we'll just give it a bit longer. I hope many of you had a chance to listen to the fantastic presentations and webinars we've had over the past 2 weeks. Really interesting topics, an amazing presentation, great insight and knowledge shared by very knowledgeable and experienced speakers. If you haven't had a chance to listen to a topic that interests you, the recordings are now available. And if you get back to the person who invited you to these webinars, then they will be able to send you a link to the recordings so you can listen to it in your own time. So welcome to everyone new, welcome to everyone else who's joined in the meantime. Let's just give it maybe about 60 more seconds or so and let everybody get comfortable before we kick off. So I think we'll start. We'll get into it. I hope you're all excited. I am. Right. So again, good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Discover Synergy and our webinar tonight. It is the last webinar of a series that we've been holding over the past 2 weeks, and I'm very delighted to be able to host this for you. My name is Julia Riewald, and over the next 30 minutes or so, I will share thoughts and useful facts about Synergy Worldwide with you. Who they are and why. If you're looking for a change in life and a chance to create your own better future, Synergy's business opportunity is no doubt a very serious contender and a hot choice to consider. So, but before we go into the details of the presentation, I think it is important to ask and understand why are you here tonight? What is your passion and why have you prioritized your personal time to listen to our webinar on this Sunday evening? As you see here, there are many reasons for us to consider a change in life. It could be financial freedom. What would it mean to you not to having to watch the penny every minute of every day, or just be able to give away, enable others, help charities? Quality family time. Do you really have enough time with your family? And can you do what you want to do to enjoy this family time at its best? I certainly love being able to take my kids to school, pick them up and spend their half terms and holidays with them and create lots of memories. Now, with public healthcare being undercut everywhere, your driver or your concern might be your and your family's health and how to provide the optimum care for all of them in the future. I certainly want to play with my kids and grandchildren and do fun things and remain fit as long as I can. Now, the question is, are you happy in your job? Very few people can say this. And maybe the idea of being the CEO of your own company sparks a fire inside you and a desire to just drive you forward. So you might want to expand your current business. Your business skills are apt to your income to just live a bit more comfortably, and you're looking for the next step up. Or some of us are here because there are lots of bills to pay. You're looking for a change where, you know, you can cover mortgages, which are a huge chunk and always come with a worry of changing interests all the time. So what would it mean to you if you could cover that early? And recognition. We get bullied a lot, we get complaints, but do we get recognized enough? Do you receive the recognition you deserve in your current job? I can tell you, I left my first job when I realized that my boss had used, well, stolen really, my presentation, my first big presentation and 3-year development plan. He used it as his own, and he got the praise and the recognition for it. Now, that it wasn't right. Where now, I get recognized for things I've achieved and done, and it just feels amazing, and is indeed very, very fulfilling. So maybe you're a bit like me, always looking for a new challenge, a chance to develop yourself, and really an opportunity to make a difference. Well, if one or even more of these reasons apply to you, then you're definitely in the right place tonight. And so let's go into the deep dive. The question is, do you want to build your dreams or someone else's? Well, when you start in life after school or university, young, ambitious, and full of energy, you might not quite see the strings and handcuffs of a career you've chosen. You might feel safe with a guaranteed income at the end of the month, some benefits your employer is offering, like healthcare, discount, company car, and you're keen to move up the career ladder. In times of high unemployment, you're happy to even have a job, a career path, and it might feel like your dream. Yes, coming out of university with a degree in BA in economics in my hand and ready to conquer the world, a lot of that was true for me. But allow me a very brief excursion into reality. I've already mentioned why I left my first job. I had a boss who kept me low as he could shine with the work I did. Career, no chance. Whoever's commuted into London or any other big city during rush hour will agree that this alone will want you to change your job. The roads are jam-packed and public transport feels like you're being stuffed as a sardine in a tight tin. It stinks, it's sticky, and it drains the life out of you. Certainly something I can't stand. And then you do all this for someone else to build their empire and dream instead of your own. Well, allow me to share another classic of the corporate world. Once my employer sold me as a senior project manager resource to a customer, but they had refused to actually pay me for that rank. I.e., I did the job of a senior project manager, but did not get paid for it, while the company cashed in a lot of money for me, a lot of more money than they would have if they would have sold me as just a project manager. So I worked without being able to influence the financial reward in line with my input. Needless to say, that was a decision-making point for me to leave that job. And working hours. Contracts often state these days, hours required to do the job. Now, how beautiful is that? What a great get-out clause for any company to make sure they can exploit their resources. I was in my early 30s and very keen to move up the career ladder. I traveled a lot internationally for work, which without kids and family was fairly easy to do. And yes, I enjoyed that. I was young, but when you have a family, travel can be a true killer. I worked when I was ill. I worked the hours needed to get the job done. But soon I found myself passed out at home a couple of times, and I have no idea how long I laid there on the floor. Healthy, happy life in my 30s? My dream? Maybe not. Then during the last recession, I sat at home with a 3-year-old and prematurely born twins. My husband paid for a 38-hour week, stayed long hours over at night, and went to work every weekend as I had made half the department redundant, whilst the workload had not changed. He and many of his colleagues needed to work so much simply to stay in the job and keep the family's income safe. Little time for family, his newborn twins and the brother or me, no time for hobbies, lack of sleep. His health went downhill whilst the company car was taken, the bonus and benefits such as private healthcare for the family was reduced. Was that the dream we wanted to build? Were we doing the things that made us happy? I could go on and on with plenty more examples, and I'm sure you can relate to my experience, or the reality check, as I like to call it. I'm sure you understand. After say when I had kids, I quit working, which was the plan. I came out of a very, very well-paid job as a project manager. But after the kids started going to school, I wanted to get back into work. Now, I'm sure you understand why I looked at other options that give us a work-life balance, option where my input was rewarded in a positive correlation, options where my gender, background, religion, etc. would not make a difference to the income I could receive. So what were these options? There was a franchise. Well, a franchise comes with a high upfront cost usually, extremely long working hours to get it up and running, and that's just something that I just wanted to get out of it. Now, traditional business. That seemed a great idea. Inspired by my sister, I started my beauty business, but that required a new set of skills. Investments into material, equipment, training, legal advice, and insurances. Room hire became part of the equipment of the equation, and killer marketing cost in such a competitive market. I was flexible with what I did, and that was great with a family. But other than that, I had to put a lot of hours in, late hours, weekend work, etc. My health was affected, and I found myself operating with the kids at home as well, like a robot on a 24/7 autopilot. I had no energy, no time for friends or socializing, and that wasn't quite a nice life. I still had the twins at home who wanted to be entertained, and then the tired 4 to 5-year-old outside school hours. Many days I simply cannot recall. I lived in a black hole. So we were back to square one, but with a huge burden of an investment cost that I had as a bit of a negative in my bank account on top of it all. So we could look at investment in shares, but I didn't have much knowledge in that area, and then you're simply lost. The risk is huge, and I didn't have play money, so to say, to just say, let us give it a go. So the last one was finding another smaller job. It would be more flexible around the family time, maybe in a restaurant or a shop or at school even. The jobs come part-time, which allows you more personal time, but the income and benefits that I was seeking to make my life better were little. And more than one job is, again, the trade-off of time. So this is still an option for many, and it works well for them. And there are often employers of smaller companies out there who are very supportive of family needs, such as working hours for school times. But it was no option for me. And during my search for new opportunities, I had the chance to look at something different, an option that seemed to tick most boxes of what I was looking for. It was the only option, and it is to date the only option for me, and it was the best decision in my life to actually look at this opportunity. I started a network marketing business. I had already used Synergy's health solution for my family and myself and experienced great health improvements, actually beyond belief. So I wanted to know more, and I listened to a presentation similar to this one I'm sharing with you today. And something became very clear very quickly during that presentation. This was a vehicle that would get me to my dreams. It was like seeing a magical bus in front of me with open doors to jump on. I'd be able to decide where to go, when to stop, when to turn, and who to take on board. I'd be able to decide on the speed I'm going, and all this to get to my goal in the time and the resources I had available. And that the health of my family was also best supported. Now, it wasn't and it isn't a quick get-rich scheme, but it is a way of building a long-term residual income that will still get paid even in times when life might put me in a situation so that I cannot 100% focus on work for a while. But I'm a born skeptic when things sound too good to be true, and I did a lot of research. For me, Synergy is clearly the only option, and I will share now some more details why. Synergy operates in the direct sales industry, and it's an industry of nearly $183 billion income with a turnover, which increases year by year. It is also one of the few industries that flourishes during times of growth and recession alike. Now, Synergy Worldwide operate in this industry and are offering solutions for health and personal care. And as you can see here, it means we're operating in over 50% of the turnover in this industry, and that's our target market. Now, there's certainly no shortage of companies offering direct sales model. As personal recommendations of products and services are highly valued these days. Plus, the flexibility of working hours, the time freedom and financial reward make it an increasingly attractive business option. If you're interested in joining the thousands of people around the world who are building a business in this way, I'd urge you to do your own research and look for companies that tick the boxes you can see on this slide. Does a company operate internationally to give you the largest possible market? Is it financially solid and cash sound? Is it operating with and known for its integrity? Does it do its research on its own product? Do the people need the product? And what about the compensation plan? Does it give you the best reward and financial opportunity? Allow me now to look at how Synergy performs against all these criteria. Now, firstly, Synergy is a truly global business, a global operating business, and present in 30 markets worldwide. This gives you, as a partner, the opportunity to do business in those markets. So if you know anyone in Germany or in the US or maybe in Korea or Japan, you can serve them as customers should they be interested in elevating their health, or support them as new business partners and grow your team in those countries and with them. This is exciting, as you're never limited to share the opportunity wherever you are in the world. And you might have noticed that I like to travel and be all over the place. Synergy are financially sound, rock solid. The company is publicly traded, totally debt-free and cash-rich. We have open books, nothing to hide, which is very important, as the last thing you want is to join an organization to then hear they go bust due to financial instability shortly after. A huge recognition demonstrating Synergy's integrity was a vote to be one of America's 100 most trustworthy companies by Forbes magazine. It is actually the only direct sales company on that list, and only one of only 4 companies listed as a pharmaceutical in the pharmaceutical category. Synergy has further been voted one of the healthiest companies for 10 years in a row, which I believe only one other company has ever achieved. Now, what do we stand for? Synergy stands for innovation. Synergy do not rely on others. The Youth Center for Research and Innovation is a state-of-the-art center where around 40 internationally renowned doctors, researchers, and scientists research, manufacture, and test Synergy's products. Only a handful of companies worldwide are able to do this. We can do double-blinded placebo trials, which is nearly unheard of in the industry. We do not guess. We test, we validate, and we guarantee. Oops, I think I went one too far. What happened here now? Sorry for this. Sorry. So to the manufacturing, out of sight the manufacturing, which I must have lost. Now, most companies these days do not produce their own products. They create a label, find a partner, and then add the name simply to those products. This means they have no direct control over the manufacturing, and they often do not care much about the quality of ingredients that goes into those products. If you partner with a network marketing business, this becomes your own business. You're selling the product and are in charge of explaining the quality. So it is absolutely essential that you have full confidence in the quality, the potency and efficacy of the solutions you're recommending, especially when it comes to people's health and personal care. Synergy conduct rigorous tests from the raw material to the end product. We're proud to invite external controlling bodies to certify our work, which we pass year on year with A++ ratings. And all this allows us to offer a full money back guarantee on product orders. Now, this is only one example of the exceptional quality that Synergy produce. The physician's desk reference is like the doctor's Bible in the US, it's like the BNF in the UK or Rote Liste in Germany. For 5 years in succession, Synergy's flagship product, Progenon Plus, has been listed as the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world. Now, this is how our product is described in this book, which is used by doctors to prescribe the medicine or their solutions and help their patients. Well, let's look at Synergy's, Synergy's population. Where are we? I earlier spoke about the benefit and importance of a company that operates internationally. Synergy currently operates in 15 out of 50 countries in Europe, and we're opening new markets year by year. And here in the UK, Synergy is absolutely committed to growth. Synergy started in the UK about 7 years ago and is now one of the largest and fastest growing markets, yet it is still only at the very beginning of the growth phase. So a perfect starting point for everyone. And this is a picture of the World Trade Center in Barcelona. Synergy opened their new headquarters there earlier this year to show their commitment to and understanding of the needs of the European market. We now have a customer service and back office support, such as sales, marketing, and finance locally, as opposed to support teams located in different time zones with rather unfriendly working hours for our needs. As a Synergy distributor, you can use the meeting facilities anytime free of charge in this exceptional building. I had the chance to visit the offices and teams a couple of times, which makes our work much more personal, despite the fact that we're actually working in a large global company. Here, you're part of a big team, a warm team and a family, and not just a number in the HR books. Now, we've looked so far at Synergy as a company and its background, as well as how it fits into the direct sales industry. But another very important aspect is in finding the right company for you lies in the question whether the products a company is offering are in fact needed and needed long term. If products are just trendy now and not of long-term need, then it will be very difficult for a company to sustain its growth and stability. Synergy is an elite health company. The solutions we have fall into three families or categories. Solutions to purify and cleanse the body, those that fortify and aid optimize core metabolic function, and products to protect your health. Now, this slide shows you the entire Synergy product range available in the UK. As you see, it is a very focused product portfolio. This makes it easy for a distributor to learn and understand the use of each product, as well as its unique selling point over similar product offers by competitors. Synergy's products are standalone solutions addressing specific imbalances in the body. But each product is designed to work in harmony in synergy with other products to enhance each other's effect even more. This is important as we can tailor the right solution for individual customers' needs. Many direct sales companies offer a catalog of hundreds of products, which makes it very difficult to ensure you're offering your customer the best solution because you might not know all the products. It feels a bit like scrolling through a thick Argus book or something alike with no clear direction. Not so with Synergy. It is also important to know that Synergy's products are not sold online other than through the distributor's own and authorized web shop, authorized by Synergy. Purify. So let's look at the three solutions in a bit more detail. Purify is the world's first microbiome cleanse and reset program and became available only last year. You might have heard of gut health and the microbiome, as there are plenty of broadcasts on the radio and TV these days, as well as articles in magazines and papers. The research around gut health is a true breakthrough in modern medicine and has been proven that an imbalance in the gut flora, that is mainly the bacteria and microorganisms, is the root cause for many of rising illness and diseases like diabetes, arthritis, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune diseases, anxieties, depressions, and even Parkinson's disease. And only a few months ago, research revealed a link between gut health and heart disease, which has been a new find. Now, heart disease is still the #1 cause of death in the UK and the US. So finding ways to prevent this is something everybody needs, and everybody needs now. Purify is a simple 21-day program to help reset your gut flora by deep cleansing and detoxifying the body, plus then replenishing the needed good gut bacteria and to help the body to grow a healthy gut flora. Now we're looking at a Fortify. The Fortify range has two different types of protein shakes, each focusing on different outcomes. They're widely used to either detox and or and or as a part of a weight management program, as well as a way to aid muscle buildup and nutrient replenishment before and after workout. If you're traveling a lot and find yourself living off meal deals or fast food on the road, these shakes provide a fantastic alternative that will nourish you best and keep you satisfied for longer. E9 that you see on the left here is a healthy alternative to the so-called energy drinks, only offering healthy caffeine from plants like guarana seed and green tea. It is a great choice for those who need to focus for long hours, students during their studies and exam times, athletes, and anyone who needs to concentrate and focus. Important is that this drink gives you the focus but not the crash you get of artificial and chemical substances, which you find in all the known energy drinks in the supermarket shelves. You might have heard that those energy drinks are soon to be banned from being sold to under 18-year-olds due to the proven damage to health. So let's have a quick glance at the Protect range. In that we have our flagship product, Pro-Arginine Plus. Pro-Arginine Plus on the left here is based on Nobel Prize awarded science and helps to improve circulation everywhere in the body. If you have not come across this product before, I absolutely urge you to listen to the recordings of the webinars we've been hosting over the past 2 weeks to hear how Pro-Arginine Plus can help balance your cardiovascular system, balance your cholesterol levels, help with sexual dysfunction, and a myriad of other benefits this product has to offer. Please ask the person who invited you to this webinar for a link to the recordings, and they will be more than happy to help you. You also see 2 drinks, Fight Your Life and Mystify. Fight Your Life is an alkaline drink helping to balance the over-acidity and helping with things like IBS and digestive issues and eliminating toxins. Mystify is a clinically proven drink strengthening your immune system and with huge anti-aging properties. These 3 products are known as the V3 system or the Vital 3 system, offering the body vital nutrients that we struggle so to get from our daily meals. And then we have Trulium. Here we see this is the latest addition to our healthcare and personal care ranges. Following intensive research, Trulium is the first skincare range Synergy has launched in Europe at the end of 2017. Trulium is not just a cream to put onto your skin to prevent toxins and pathogens going in. Trulium is different as it is using intrinsic use technology and probiotic ingredients that penetrate deep into all 3 layers of the skin to help repair cells from the inside out and rebuild and strengthen the natural protective function and ability of your skin. Trulium aids the production of natural collagen, helping a firmer, luminant appearance. It is designed for women and men alike and is very competitively priced compared to other high-end skincare ranges sold on the high street. The feedback we're receiving is very impressive indeed. Now, so far we have spoken about Synergy. And the company. We looked at the criteria you should always consider when choosing a network marketing company to work with, which are the benefits of a global presence to the largest possible market to grow your business continuously. The importance of financial stability to give you peace of mind that your efforts are not demolished overnight and instead you know you're backed up long term. The company must have integrity, the way it treats its customers and staff, and the way you like to be treated. The ability to research, test, and manufacture its own products to give you complete confidence in the products you sell. The company you choose must have a proven market for its products. Health and wellness is a growing market and is projected to keep growing. But the last criteria we listed earlier, and which I would like to consider in the next few minutes, is a financial compensation plan. So the answer to the question, how can you make money, and how much money can you make according to the effort you put in? Very importantly as well, can you actually do it with your given resources? So building your own business will have, building your own business, you will have a certain goal in mind. You might just want to get your products for free to enjoy better health for as long as possible, and that's absolutely fine. But there are many people who want to take the business further. Let's look at the difference between a traditional retail business and a network marketing organization. In traditional retails, some products follow a production chain by a distribution chain. So many people need to make money along the way, which increases the cost for the end customer. And each one along the way can only receive a small margin of profit. Now, in network marketing, the products go directly from the manufacturer to the end customer via a distributor. So the company doesn't need to pay for a lot of overhead and doesn't have to pay out huge marketing or advertising costs, for instance, and storage costs logistically, which can keep the end product lower at good quality and also allow a larger profit margins for the distributor who's doing the work. So, sorry, let's just, oops, sorry for this. Oh, sorry for this. Technically, I'm not that good. So, if you want to build your own business and different goals, you might have said you just want to have your products for free. A part-time income of about, £200-300 per month would be great for you, make a difference. Or maybe you want to replace your job. Whatever you want to do, here is a chance to go for that. So there are different incomes. What you do and what sets network marketing apart is that you're not working on this linear income, which means in a traditional way, you spend your time and for that time you get paid. Now, that means you can't really get more time because time is limited. Within a leveraged income, it means you're using time of others and you can jointly use time of each other to grow even more and create growth beyond your own time resource. Now, in many network marketing companies, they will fail as they operate a complicated system, and it seems impossible for the distributor to understand what they have to do. Not so in Synergy. We work a very simple 4-step system. Use the product, share the products, build a team, and coach others. The recipe is simple. Follow the system, and the system will work for you. So we'll look into these in a little bit more detail. First of all, you need to become a product of the product. How can you recommend things that you're not using yourself? You can't say, oh, this book was awesome if you haven't read it. And you can't send someone to a restaurant you've just eaten in and recommend their food if you haven't tried it yourself. And this is the same here. This is a word of mouth recommendation, advertising if you like. So, but this is, and then the next step, you start sharing the products. So by sharing your experience and by, people, you talk to people, your friend, you want to tell them about the benefits you have received. Also, some people might see the changes in you and they ask you, what are you doing different? Or what are you taking there? What's that drink? So this is a really good way of starting to build a good customer base. Most people have enough friends and colleagues to whom they want to share it with. You can supply your customers either directly from a bit of stock you hold, but if you don't want to hold any stock, you can use Synergy's global delivery system and register your customers online. Synergy will do the postage for you. Either way, you will earn a retail income anywhere between 25 and 55%. And a network of about 4 to 6 customers will usually get you an extra income of around £200 per month. For most people, this means covering the cost of your own products. Now you can start building a team. For most people, a bit more income is a goal, and so they find 2 people who want to do the same thing they do and start a business. So if you find only 2 people, then you're off. There are many ways of earning substantial income in Synergy, but I would like to focus on the one that made the difference for me. The one that grabbed my attention and is a true game changer in the entire industry, the Mega Match bonus. If you want to hear about the other options, then please get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. You see here Dan Higginson, the founder of Synergy Worldwide. He used to work with Stephen Covey you might have known from as the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And Dan used to interview the top leaders in the industry. He then took the best of all compensation plans he had studied and created a revolutionary model of rewards, plus he added the mega match. This is up-to-date, unique in the industry, and clearly sets Synergy apart. Mega match. It means everybody earns what is called a basic commission based on the sales volume flowing through their business. Now, as you're building your network, you will sponsor more and more people into the business. Synergy, thank you for this, by paying you 100% the amount your personally sponsored people are earning in their basic commission every month. Synergy pay you 100% mega match for every person you introduce to the business, and there is no limit to the amount of people you are sponsoring. So let's look at the first steps of building your team. As you retail and find about 5 to 10 customers, some people might want to do the same. They join you and you will show them, with the help of a large team, by the way, and lots of mentors, to find their 5 to 10 customers. So they earn their first £200 a month. This will then get you to the title of Star, the first big step in your business building. And at this level, you have an average earning of about £235 per month, combining your retail income and the commission you receive from the network. Now it's important to know that this income is in addition to what your team is earning, and you're not taking any income away from them. If you follow the 4-step process that we said, you start to coach others. Now, don't be afraid here, because you will always be supported by a huge team of mentors. There's full support on all levels for your personal development. There'll be presentation skills, communication skills, and much more, and skills you can use in all areas of life. So when you and your mentor have helped 2 team members to find each 2 new team members, so they earn this £235 per month, you will have reached the level of bronze, which will give you an income of about £310 a month. And now we're starting to get excited, because we're seeing duplication in the business. Duplication is the key. It's just teaching others to do you do. Just follow that simple process, and that way you go up in the ranks, and as you see here, your earnings will increase. Now, leadership level I briefly want to touch on, because leadership level gives you about £1,000 plus per month, and it will start to unlock other incentives, which we'll look at in a moment. Many other levels, I won't now go through them in detail, but I want to share with you some exceptional rewards. Now, as I said earlier, from a leadership level, you start opening boxes to things like amazing travel and extra incentives, free vacations, team building events, and luxury retreats. So let's just have a quick glance at some. The success track that that Synergy are offering is a leadership retreat, which next year will be in Crete. It's a 5-day, 5-star, all expenses paid, including flight retreat, just for you to enjoy. And you can even take a partner if you qualify. Directors retreat are phenomenal. Will be in Utah this year and Las Vegas, and the Legacy Retreat are always phenomenal locations around the world, which is something you will just dream of. So I certainly can't wait to get to that level. So as you see, the Synergy success cycle, all you have to do, it is simple and it's duplicable. There's a huge team to help you. There is a company that provides you with confidence, with quality, and with stability. And all you have to do is be passionate about your health, be passionate about life, and try to help others to feel better and get on that ladder. And who would it be who would benefit from this? If you can think of just 2 people, then you're off. So why don't you consider a bit of an extra income as well? Now, I thank you very, very much for your time. I'm sorry that I've gone over a little bit about the time, but I'm just too excited about this. And I really hope you found some useful nuggets tonight, something to think about for yourself, to make a decision and look into network marketing or direct sales as an option for you to make a change to your life. With this, I say thank you again for listening. Any questions, get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. And I hope you have all a lovely rest of the Sunday evening and a phenomenal, phenomenal week ahead of you. Here is to good health and hopefully better wealth. Thank you. Bye-bye.